Hi everyone, it's Tuesday evening at 6 o'clock and this is your closing comment. It's video number 465 and just want to remind you that if you like the work, support us just by hitting the like button and subscribing to the channel. Okay, so today was somewhat of an interesting day. We had earnings, as everyone knows who listens to me. It's my absolute least favorite time of the year. Or the quarter. And today was no different. We had JP Morgan, um, BlackRock, Citi, and Delta Airlines, and JP Morgan traded as high as 103.22 pre-open and then during the market hours, and traded down to close near the low at 100.78, down $1.66 or 1.6%. Citi was not even that fortunate. Although it did trade $46 and change, it closed 43.68, down 220 or 4.8%. Delta was the first airline to report, and it was horrendous, as pretty much expected. But there was some moderate good news in the fact that they've lowered or are lowering their burn rate back down to the 10 to 15 million a week. The stock closed 31.77. That was down 88 cents or 2.6%. Tomorrow we have UAL and American the day after, and so that ought to stay pretty much under pressure. A couple of other names that I mentioned this morning, the Disney, which traded as high as about 131 and change, closed the day at 128.96, and that was up 3.99 on their reorg, so up 3.2%, not at the high, but on a day where the Dow closed down 157, that's not terrible. Netflix was up on the day, closed 554.09, up 14.28 or 2.7%. And the big news there was the fact that they are eliminating the free trials. So no more 1 month for free, and I guess everybody liked it. In the financials, Travelers was down again. It was downgraded yesterday by JP Morgan, and the stock was around 117. The high today was 116.17, and it closed at 112.89, down 365 or 3.1%. Also downgraded from buy to neutral was Martin Marietta over at B of A, and it was down $9 and change, 261.02, down 9.15 or 3.4%. Lilly and J&J both had to postpone or suspend trials on their COVID treatments. The J&J was down 348 or 2.3%, and Lilly was down 441 or 2.9%. So not a lot of good news there. And Inamed, that I mentioned this morning, which is a medical device company, was as high as 51, up 12. The high for the day here in the real world was closer to 46 or 47, and even though it closed closer to the low at 41.85, it was still up $2.72 or just a shade over 7%. As I said, the Dow was down 157, just over 0.5%. NASDAQ was down 12. It actually had been up most of the day. The S&P was down 22.29 or 0.6%. The Russell down 12.21 or 0.75%. And the big loser today was The transports down 97.22 or 0.82%. Nothing overwhelming, considering that the transports especially had made a couple of consecutive new all-time highs. Market internals were soft. At the NYSE, it was 2-to-1 down, 1.7-to-1 down on the NASDAQ. And of course, Apple was down about $3 on the release of the new mini HomePod and the introduction of 4 new models of the phone. Volume was about average. So tomorrow we have UNH, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, and UAL. UNH has been making new highs every day, so I expect that their numbers will be pretty decent. I also expect UAL's numbers will be horrendous, and American Airlines the day after. The chart on the screen is the dollar index, which was strong today. We talked about this yesterday and today about these lows right here around 93, and we bounced off them. We didn't make a lot of headway relative to how it has come down in the last week or so, but it was a pretty substantial move, and as you can see, it was a higher high and a higher low. So there's that. And this was Friday's high, 93.62, and that compared with 93.60 and a half today. So we'll see if we can break above that tomorrow. The gold and the silver were down hard. The CPI came out. It was pretty much exactly as expected. And so there was no overwhelming market action in that. But the metals came down hard. So we closed the day before at 1928, and as I mentioned this morning, that was on the low end of the range, and we started lower and moved down. I think that there's good support here at 1875, as I said this morning, but if not, we're right here at the 100-day moving average at 1870.90. So 1871 here. And that also jibes with these 1855 or so bottoms from 2 weeks ago. The silver looked just like the gold, although it was a little harder there. It closed, let's see, the futures are just reopening now, so right now it's up 12 cents at 24.25, but on the day today it was 24.12.90, so 24.13, and was down $1.14. Same thing, lots of closes in here at the 23.90, 23.95 area, and the 100-day moving average down here at 22.83. So we have bottoms, we have moving averages. We'll have to see. If the dollar continues strong, it won't matter. They'll be down regardless. Bitcoin, which has had a couple of great days, moving from right around 10,000 up to 11,650, I believe, was yesterday. Came in a little today. It closed at 11,440, and that was down 190, and right now it is trading 11,525, and that's up 85. So that's close to half of what it gave up yesterday. The bonds are basically unchanged after being up $1. All right, everyone, I'll be back in the morning. I hope everyone had a good day. Didn't get stuck in any of these downdrafts on companies that beat top and bottom line anyway. So I will be back first thing in the morning. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Have a good evening.